What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Spades Show. In this episode, I'm going to be covering the good, the bad, and the ugly of the Mulan movie. So let's go. Okay, so good number one. It needed to happen, okay? It was a perfect movie to be adapted to screenplay. It had good set pieces, good characters, lovable characters, in fact. And at this point in 2020, we all know that Disney has both the money, that's for the CG budget, and the actors to give us this movie perfectly. So that was a good thing. It was a good decision to make this movie right now in 2020. Maybe not really because, pandemic, but pre-pandemic and all that madness, it was definitely a good decision. So moving on to bad number one. All the good things, all the soul, all the fun stuff that was in the original Mulan, everything from the basically silliness, slapstick comedy that we usually see in Marvel movies, to Mushu the dragon, to the cricket, to they even removed Li Shang. Like they took everything fun out of it. Mulan herself is actually also a very bland character, and it just doesn't work because we were expecting that. I just said it's a screenplay. It was perfect to be adapted to screenplay because it was already so good story wise, and it features live action characters. It's not like the Lion King where the CG lions are a bit weird. Like we don't really need to see the Lion King. It was okay as a movie, but Mulan is obviously better suited for that, and it just didn't give that to us. Uh, they gave us this really bland, instead of realistic, making it more realistic. Like, yeah, sure, you're gonna make it more realistic by taking out all the fun and then dropping in weird things like, you know, magic and witches. Like, it wasn't. Nobody asked for this. They took out all the music. They took out all the fun characters. Mulan herself is just, yeah. They took out all the music. They took out all the fun characters. They basically took out the soul of the story, and that is the main reason that a lot of people will not enjoy this movie. Another thing that was good about this movie was the visuals. Like I said in the opening, the first good one. Like Disney has the budget, they have the CG budget, they have the expertise needed to pull off this kind of movie. With all the CGI things, they could have easily pulled off Mushu's dragon. They pulled off the genie from Aladdin, after all. So the second good thing about this movie is that the visuals are cool. And of course, this is Disney. They have the budget. They have the budget to pull off this kind of CGI. Like we saw in Aladdin, they had the carpet, they had the monkey, they had that's Abu, the monkey. What? They had the genie. They had everything just perfect. I think the Aladdin was maybe the second best Disney remake, right next to Beauty and the Beast. Just it was magical, and the visuals of this movie are good. The fight scenes are quite nice. So yeah, props to Disney for not messing that part up. Even though when you think about it, $200 million budget. Wow, how could you mess it up? It's actually not possible. But props to Disney for that. The visuals are stunning in this movie, and this video is going to be very short. But bad and ugly, the last part of this movie. Okay, I'm literally rushing through everything. I feel like when I was writing the script, I should have like chilled. But I need to get this out as fast as possible. Editing is not easy when you're a small YouTuber. But anyway, forget about that. Those are my problems. Um, bad and ugly. The story doesn't make any sense. Like they're trying to tell an empowering lead female character story. Does that make any sense? Yes. I mean, yeah. Basically, an empowering female character in the lead. That's the story of Mulan. It was already. I recently rewatched the last cartoon, the original Mulan movie, and I was like, yeah, this is perfect. It's an empowering female character that is actually likable. So what happened in this movie? Well, first of all, they gave her superpowers, which wouldn't have been so ugly if they hadn't shown it to us in the first few minutes of the movie. Like if they had kept it to the end and she goes like Neo and everything after she's knocked down, like Rey in the Last Jedi, that would be perfect. That'd be okay. Like okay, so she has superpowers, but there is no tension. Okay, she can beat everyone and anyone just by believing in herself because she already has the powers, which she did not earn. So it's like, who's this movie empowering really? that's a storytelling flaw that really gets into the new wave of feminist movies, so to speak. Uh, Captain Marvel, literally the entire movie, it's like, yeah, so she has all the powers, and the only thing holding her back is herself, and she can defeat everyone. So, what's the point? Where's the underdog story? Is this literally a story of someone who can, you know, who can take out everyone? It's like, where's the empowering? The style of creating empowering characters is that they have a villain they can't beat really. Uh, Usually they need help from someone else. They need to think about themselves in a different way, maybe train harder. Like she doesn't need to train. From the first scene, she's literally an Olympic athlete. So what's the point? It's like they ruined that plot point. They ruined whatever empowering female story they were trying to tell because unless of course they're real life women who have literal superpowers, you're not exactly empowering anyone. You know, it doesn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense. So that was the bad and ugly of the Mulan movie. And this is a movie that got $200 million in the budget. Like you can get scripts for $50 that would at least add a bit of tension to the hero. Just a bit. Just have her lose. Like I think in the story, the only point this is going to turn into a rant, but at the only point in this story that she actually loses is against the witch character, and that character sacrifices herself for her. Takes out all the tensions. Like yeah, there is no villain for her to be really concerned about defeating. You literally, if you go to the last scene, watch her fight with Borikan. Which is they switched out the villain. I don't even care about the semantics. Okay, I'm just these are the bare bones things. Like she takes out the main villain in an easy fight. It's really an easy fight. He's big and dumb. She's smart and stronger than him, and also being powered by the Phoenix God thing that's following her around. Which they replaced Mushu with a Phoenix. Yeah, I'm not going to get into all the politics and the craziness that Disney's trying to do with their whole woke movies, but yeah, that's basically it. So this movie was needed but not executed well, in my opinion. And that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. It's a bit rushed. It's a bit rushed. An episode on the Mulan movie, and maybe I'll talk about some of the other movies I mentioned, like the Last Jedi and Captain Marvel. The stories from there, and why empowering female-led stories right now are really being executed the wrong way. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Peace.